student. For them, he is the man to approach, and his museums are the pilgrimage to Goa. For the work he does to empower artists and artisans, to help maintain, revive and restore their skills, the Ethernet Express Foundation would like to present the Vivekanand Angel Award to Mr. Victor Hugo Gomes.
You know, I always had this dream of saving. As a child, I used to go to remote areas of Goa, initially for hunting, together with my relatives and friends. And during that time, I used to sleep with families in remote areas. And I used to see these things lying around. Literally, grinders, pots, literally thrown out. That was what I said. What? You know, these things my grandmother spoke about that she used as a child being thrown out, I started collecting. Every trip of mine was collecting things that were discarded. You know, in 1991, I got the National Award. You know, there were loads of things that I had collected, and I had dumped it in my grandmother's room because she meant a lot and she was the one who inspired me. So in 1991, I got the National Award in art. I was one of the 7 artists selected from across India. So I was based in Lucknow, Bhubaneswar, Calcutta, Madras, Delhi. When I was posted in Lucknow, every Tuesday and Friday, a place which was known for Nawabi culture, the antiquities of the Nawabs were being sold on the streets of Lucknow. Every Tuesday, every Friday was full of antiques. And those things were not sold for people for whom it would mean something. It was bought by people for whom these things were just investments or a lifestyle thing. I have this Nawabi chair in my house, or I have this whatever Nawabi pot in my house, without any relevance. So that again shook me, you know, because there's an old saying in Konkani, Danta Hosna Obyo Susta. So all my grandmother's stories kept on coming to my mind, you know, about Goa, that beautiful Goa. So I decided to give up, come to Goa. That's the time I came to Goa and set up the Christian Art Museum. When I was setting up the Christian Art Museum, there was not a single church that had an inventory of objects. My first job was to do inventories. And trust me, in most of the churches, I found pieces of crucifix, pieces of ivory, stuff like that used as window stoppers or door stoppers. That was the respect of antiquity even amongst churches. That made me be serious. Again, to get into collection, you need to have knowledge. I had absolutely no knowledge. So I decided, okay, let me focus on agriculture. The first thing that I started was agriculture. And at that time, I met a farmer. He was a gold medalist at that time from Majorca, from Goa Chakra. He's known as Baba. He died almost at 100, I think, last year. So, in my question, he said, Baba, are we talking about? And Chitla. So, that made me open my eyes. If I at all I have to get into collection, the serious collection, well, I need to research it. So, during that time, I translated each and every dictionary right from 1887 to the present one, word by word, to come out with my own glossary of words, Konkani words that I've forgotten. I've got something like 19 volumes of glossary of Konkani words that I've forgotten. So with that as my tool, I started going around Goa, collecting. Like for example, I'll just give you one example. If you look at any Goan Konkani book which speaks about agriculture, for a plow, I mean, Nanda will vary. Yeah, because I translated those dictionaries. I found 4 different types of clouds. One was called Koso, one was called Pane, one was called Dadri, okay, and the latest one that was introduced, okay, that was the metal one. 4 different types of clouds. Learning improvements. Ordering, flat, Gundo, others Gundo. None of these things were ever recorded. We look at the learning improvement and ordering. So in their area, Kalpan area, they would say Gundo. Okay, no other words were. So basically, that's the work that has gone into my work. After that was fishing. I started, since I come from a coastal village of Bengal, I started to document fishing. There again, I met a fisherman. People used to get irritated with me, the number of questions that I used to ask. He said, Baba, kash ki bude nastana nustya. Without dipping your loin cloth, you can't catch fish. Again, the second person also told me that what you're getting into is serious business. Okay, it's not just going around collecting. And that's the time, I don't know how many of you all know that every football ground along the coastal belt, what was it used for? It was during that time when I was documenting, I realized that the first nets that were ever made were made from a material called Suun, S-U-U-N. Those football grounds were basically grounds for fishermen to cultivate Suun. After maturity, okay, they used to remove the bark, put it around their necks, put weight stones, and make strings out of it. So all the nets that were used in the olden days before cotton were made from Suun. Today you can't even get one seed of it. Not even one seed of that Suun. And that same net was further processed, okay, by a method called ohod, where they would boil it using a bark of mati trees, so that those nets would last. That much of it we have lost in documenting. It's basically because what really saddens me is our educational system. We have a faulty educational system. We are taught A for apple, Z for zebra. Apples don't grow here, nor do you see zebras. I am thankful to my grandmother. I am thankful to my upbringing that the concept formation in me was developed by the stories of my grandmother. Our life, the work that we do is like a rubber band. Rubber band can stretch to a limit and it can snap. It is high time, especially in my work, I pray that the educational system takes museums seriously. All over the world, museums are part of the educational curriculum. My wish is that museums should be made part of the educational curriculum in Goa. If we have to sensitize our youngsters about our culture, make them fall in love with Goa, the only way to do it is include museums in the curriculum. Today, I can proudly say that at Goa Chitra, we handle about 35,000 students in a year. Number 2, we are the only institution in this country without any tie-up with Goa University or any universities in India. We have tied up with universities like Bologna, University of Milan, Carleton University, Columbia University, where students come and do their entire semester with us. We run a 22 credit program over 3 months, and that is what has helped me sustain Goa Chitra. The money that we earn through student groups, through these foreign groups, is what has helped me, give a discount to local students. Okay, so the money goes straight to Goa Chitra, so in order to educate them, in order to sensitize our children. But one of the things which, the last thing that I would like to say, and I'm quite proud of, is, we, all of us, we are answerable. We are answerable to our grandchild. Tomorrow, if our grandchild questions us, hey grandpa, hey grandma, what have you left us with? We are all answerable. Thank you.